Hi, my name is Josh and welcome back to the classroom. It's been a while. Today I'm going to walk through a 3S build. Here's some context. I became a teacher after being a quality engineer in the automotive industry. Alex Steele has this concept called 3S, which is a shortened version of 5S. He explains this pretty well while making these Zweihander project videos.
The 3 S's stand for sweep, sort, and standardize. It comes out of some lean manufacturing, lean management kind of ideas and things and such forth. And the general idea is to help keep the workshop clean and also keep improving things to save time. We spend kind of 15-20 minutes every morning tidying things and then making improvements. Simple things
like sorting personal protective equipment on the wall in right places, putting lenses and batteries in foam, organizing tool drawers in foam.
Casey and Van Neistat have a nice functional storage aesthetic that I figured I would try to replicate for this one. Unfortunately, we don't have the footage for a build video, but I can give some commentary anyway. Here we go. We currently have this drill bit station. We've spent the past several 3S sessions organizing the drill bits and identifying where we have surplus. And what ends up happening is we get a bunch of fastener cups on top of this. Me personally, I don't like when things are resting on storage solutions, and you'll see what I mean when we get into the solution part of this video. We also have fasteners spread all over the place. We had a tool crib that was underutilized and had fasteners in there. It was underutilized mainly because we had a stupid divider wall, so we took that out and now we can potentially use it as lockable storage. It's continued to evolve since even the making of this video. So we have a bunch of disorganized drawers which are either empty, mislabeled, unlabeled, or a mixture of odds and ends. We also have a storage cabinet by the shop office which has a bunch of the fasteners. What I hate about this is the 270-degree shelving and needing to turn your arm inside the small space in order to access something. What I want is something I can just walk up to and grab what I want. The last thing I want to make sure is addressed are the screws of choice. We've come to like T25 Torx heads a lot. The bits wear less and the heads strip rarely, if at all. It's less frustrating for our students. So while we still have a lot of Phillips screws, we need to sort between the two. To recap, we have 3 fastener locations, drive bits of different types, and underutilized storage. So let's come up with a better solution. There's currently a base and location that we could utilize. I like housing everything in this location because students are familiar with it and it's out in the open. These 2 drill bit organizers are nice, but I really don't like things resting on it because we can get dents like the one that is already presenting itself. We would need 2 alcoves to contain this in one unit down below, so I'm going to change it and stack them like they're designed for and create a slot for that rectangle. Above it, I'd like to maintain the concept of having the bits on one side and the fasteners on the other so we can put the drive bits above that. The reason I chose to put it on the right side, and maybe this is too much thought process, is because most students are right-hand dominant and I want the permanent fixture to be on the dominant side. The left-hand side is less permanent because students can take the fastener slot to their table and bring it back at the end of class. I'd also like to promote creativity in their minds when they are trying to brainstorm fastening methods, so using their left hand and right brain would help. We'll see if my theory checks out. I talk about the ideals of design direction on a linked video that's going to pop up there. On the left-hand side, I wanted 5 shelves, but when it came to actually measuring, only 4 shelves fit. Culturally, it would be hard for students in the early part of the year to get away from not having a sorting tray, so having that on the bottom shelf allows that to continue. It's something that I'd like to replace for Phillips fasteners since they're still a versatile head, but for now we'll allow for 1 screw shelf and 2 nail shelves. I measured for 3 trays to fit in each shelf with the potential of getting more trays behind the front in the future. That way more tables can have a tray. Nervous students like having large heads, so we go back and forth on whether we put roofing or common nails in there. Both are big enough, it just depends on our supplier's pricing. We use Fastenal, and though they're not a sponsor in the YouTube sense, they've worked really well for us. Up top, we have finish nails for the upperclassmen to enjoy as well as the underclasses to try out. You'll see that there is no top part of the storage unit. That's because I really don't like when students use storage as a resting place for their paper or bags. Since there's no top, there's no temptation. I slanted all the shelves because of the trays we have. We could rip out everything and supply the shop with completely new equipment, but that's just landfill fodder, and our current solutions work perfectly. So they're slanted so that the students can look into the tops of the trays for a visual. The last storage solution was some slanted dowels for the final fastener tape. Tape is really nice for wrapping up student project pieces, but it also helps for those who have a really hard time asking for help. They can tape the pieces they want together before drilling or screwing. In the shop, we try to promote teamwork as best we can, but for a lot of kids, there's real anxiety in using tools for the first time. And if I can make their woodshop experience easier for them, then that's one more vocational worker or DIYer. Now, no storage solution is complete without labels. The T25 screws were labeled, penny nails, meaning the common or roofing, were labeled, finished nails were labeled, drive bits were labeled, and we have a finished product. Hopefully, the Neistat brothers are proud.
No.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build and that it gave some ideas for your own shops. If you did, hit the like button. Drop a comment with other tips that you could find for the shop. Subscribe if you like to see more of these builds. Thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next one.